Hey, homeschool parents, well, pretty much every parent. Dr. Huitink here. Thought it would be a good idea to take a moment to use this time and do something fun I did with my kids as far as teaching them about illness and disease. Thought maybe you could use this as a unit to teach your kids some science. And so thought it'd be fun to go through a few definitions and then go through some historical figures. That way you guys can also learn about some of the basics at a time like this. First question, define virus. What is a virus? Second question, define bacteria. What is a bacterium? So a virus is a submicroscopic infectious agent capable of growth and multiplication only within a host living cell. And that is in contrast to a bacteria, which is any number of single-celled microorganisms able to independently reproduce that can live in soil, water, plants, and animals, including humans. And that includes many pathogens. So if you understand the difference between virus and bacteria, it'll help with understanding some of the next things. So how does a virus create infection or illness? And the second question here is, how does a bacteria create infection or illness? Viruses, because they cannot be independent, require a host cell. Therefore, the virus requires being able to enter a host cell to replicate. Illness or infection is caused by intracellular replication, the ability of the virus to multiply within the cell and then be released through the body into other cells. That's in contrast to bacteria, which bacteria, yes, it does happen within the body, but the individual cells multiply on their own outside of the host cell. So how are bacterial infections treated? And how are viral infections treated? Bacterial infections, we can use things like antibiotics. Antibiotics are medicines that kill bacteria. Many of you have used amoxicillin, excellent antibiotic to help out with a majority of things like ear infections or sinus infections, pneumonias. It's excellent with strep throat. Contrast that with how do we treat viral infections? There are some antivirals, and you may have taken an antiviral like Tamiflu, which decreases the ability of the intracellular virus to replicate. But antibiotics don't work on viruses, and antivirals don't work on bacteria. The good news is that immunizations can be designed for both. And the next segment, we'll talk more about that.